My name is Kelly Chen. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at XRC Labs, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to our Demo Day and Networking event. Cohort 11 was a fun group. They have big personalities and even bigger visions. Today is all about celebrating the hard work that they've accomplished, and I can't wait for you to meet them. But before that, I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to the folks behind the scenes, the XRC team. They've been working closely with our startups, not only to prepare them for Demo Day, but also to help them scale by working on growth, putting on classes, and connecting the founders with mentors, investors, and corporate partners in the retail and consumer space. You'll meet some of them later today, and the entire team will be available to chat at our networking event. But first, let me go over the agenda for today. In just a few minutes, I'm going to hand it over to Pano Anthos, our CEO, to talk a bit about XRC and our ecosystem. That will be followed by presentations from our Cohort 11 startups, who, as I mentioned, have worked really hard over the past few months. After that, you'll get a chance to meet them, along with our Elevate Fellows at the networking session. So with that, let's get started. Pano, I'll pass it over to you.
Thanks, Kelly. We are really excited to have you all today. My name is Pano Anthos. I'm the founder and managing partner at XRC Labs. We're excited that this is our 11th demo day. It's hard to believe that that's the case. We hope you're all safe. We know COVID has been just a crazy, crazy time, and we can't wait soon enough to get together physically in person. And ideally, it's going to be in January around NRF. So we're super excited, though, to present today an incredible class. And a special thank you to the team for a job incredibly well done, pulling this off in very difficult circumstances for sure. XRC Labs, for those who don't know us, is a venture fund and accelerator. We are focused strictly on the retail and consumer goods sectors, and we have a wide array of an ecosystem, everything from great brands and retailers to venture funds and Wall Street analysts who come to us for our point of view. We are also most excited about our hundreds of mentors who come to us and want to share their resources and time and experience. So thank you to all of you. We also want today to announce that Diana Melencio has been brought on as a partner in the XRC Opportunity Fund and also is in charge of all sourcing going forward at XRC. She actually was a founder in Fund 1 and has had a long history on Wall Street and then in private equity, leading a family office called Wise Ventures in their investing cycles. And to that point, sourcing is even more critical than we've ever seen before. And we're bringing that and streamlining the sourcing process together across all of our aspects of XRC, the accelerator, the opportunity fund, and the brand capital platform. And depending on the startup, the stage, and its requirements and resources, we can navigate and give them the best we have to offer. Now, our platform, meanwhile, has continued to grow dramatically. We started with growth a few years ago, led by Pax Anthos, but now we've opened up PR and now are providing great PR capabilities at a massive discount to our startups. We're now offering data science through MasterCard, an incredible technology that normally would cost $500,000 or more is now being made available to our startups at a fraction of that cost. And last but not least, our startups are now so expansive in size and capabilities that they're providing resources to each other dramatically. And we're excited about that prospect of a true network effect. When we look at the retail innovation landscape, we have had an extraordinary experience with Wharton's Baker Retailing Center, and we're providing incredible conferences from the rise of live commerce through China as the new frontier for D2C. These conferences took place this winter and have had an extraordinary attendance record of over thousands. And we're clearly pleased that our point of view has been appreciated and our network continues to expand. Our brand capital model, meanwhile, has resonated extraordinarily with corporates. We announced earlier that Estee Lauder had become a partner of ours in this capability, and now we have signed a large CPG brand, to also be part of this, with a very active pipeline, consumer goods and athleisure space, eager to participate with us. Our portfolio continues to expand. We now have 98 companies in our platform, but most importantly, our diversity continues to remain very consistent and growing. Over 33% of the companies that we have funded are run by women, and 30% run by people of color. We're very proud of those numbers that have been part of our DNA from the very beginning. Our investment themes continue to grow, but they continue to go deep. And we start from the consumerization of healthcare all the way through supply chain in the accelerator. And last but not least, importantly, we're now going to introduce the Opportunity Fund through Al Sambar, a general partner at XRC. Al helped me start XRC back in 2015. Al?
Thanks, Pano. Appreciate the introduction. And for those of you that are not familiar with the Opportunity Fund, we launched it back in late 2020, around about December. And since then, I've made eight investments in it. The Opportunity Fund is our follow-on fund for those fast-growing XRC startups that are now graduating out of that early stage accelerator into their seed and Series A rounds. We also direct invest in startups that may come to us a bit late for going into an accelerator, but are in areas that we have real strong investment thesis on. So I'll introduce you to the 8 or so that we've made investments in so far in this first half year of running the fund. They follow along the same themes that we look at in XRC. So we truly love supply chain, still do, and those companies that started out of XRC in the supply chain side continue to grow. So we've made follow-on investments in PhilLogic, which is a last mile delivery platform that uses retail real estate, delivering that last mile logistics to help retailers and brands get to homes same day, very inexpensively. And then Gather AI is a completely autonomous drone that helps retailers and brands manage inventories that we now require just really high levels of inventory accuracy to support omnichannel. So we can put these autonomous drones and let them keep your inventory accurate in warehouses or docks or yard storage, you name it, and the drones help you. So those are the big two in supply chain. We continue to invest in new retail channels. You'll see this in store retailing. Our latest investment is Can-Do AI, which came to us. It's a startup out of Israel. And for those of you, everybody's been to the grocery store and used the new checkout counters. You've probably noticed over time, over the last year or two, they're getting pretty smart. They're starting to recognize this apple. Is it a Fuji apple? Is it a Gala? I have to key in PLU codes a little bit less frequently. It now recognizes product just by using Vision AI. Well, Can-Do AI sits in most of the hardware that's deployed across the retail real estate right now, across retail point of sale. And we invest in it because we think it does it differently than most Vision AI systems in that it is completely edge compute. No big fancy servers to deploy to all of the stores or huge network connectivity required. All the computing and ML is done on the edge. We really like this one. We see a lot of applications beyond just recognizing your fruit. Consumerization of healthcare. You can see a very busy slide here. We've been really active. This is a category that when we started XRC back in 2015, we didn't really have an eye to this one. It really grew as we watched consumer trends, and we really then invested in later stages. So you can see 2 of these startups are follow-on investments that I've now made out of OrthoFX and Sanguina that came from some of our earlier cohorts. And then we've made 3 direct investments. Stride Bikes is, for those of you that have a Peloton, imagine if you could ride a bike that didn't have to be Peloton, but was equally adept, but could connect to your local gym or your local influencer or your fitness coach. So it's an open platform for athletics. Suggestics is a B2B2C platform. So if you're a hospital or wellness provider or a nutritionist that wants to use wearables and apps to be with your patients regularly to help them make smart life choices around food, well, you probably need a platform to do it. You're not necessarily going to code that yourself. So hundreds of providers already use Suggestic, so very fast growing. And then lastly, sequencing.com. This is a pretty good difference between Suggestics and some of the DNA platforms you might run into or we're all used to that help you understand your ancestry and where you came from and what % Neanderthal you might have. Sequencing specifically is made to give you, the consumer, private information about what's in your DNA around thousands of health and disease vectors. And then you can use that to have educated conversations with your physicians. Sustainability, we continue to invest in sustainability. I won't double click on this one right now because I'm going to talk about it in detail later today. We're going to do a more detailed presentation. But XRC acquired Joy Mode, which was an LA-based startup that offered short interval renting of essentially anything the consumer wants to rent for as little as a day or a weekend. And we're now in the middle of pivoting this to be a platform for any retailer or brand that wants to offer short interval renting. And lastly, I'm very active, as is the Opportunity Fund, in the brand capital model. And we are about to make our first investment in Estee Lauder, our original first brand capital partner. So very excited. You're going to see this as we grow the Opportunity Fund. You're going to see more and more investments through the brand capital model. It's a tremendous asset for the founders. It's a great way to get capital for them. And with that, I am going to turn it back to you, Pano.
Great, thanks, Al. You know, what we like to do at XRC is be provocative. We invest in the future. We lead with our chin. We're not consultants. And so I thought we'd leave us with a few minutes of what we think is happening in the retail landscape. The first and foremost is it is truly still a tale of two cities. We are seeing that the lower income demographics are recovering much more slowly than the higher income demographic. Many more people are still out of work, and whereas the higher income demographic has come back in force. We think that is also speaking to a challenge to what the new norm will be, as we saw a significant drop in sales in retail in May, but now a bounce back in June. So what gives? What does that mean? It means it's going to be a very bumpy road ahead for retail, and some will do better than others. Hospitality and travel in particular are already being talked about aggressively, but apparel still has this kind of back to school rhythm to it. And we're concerned that this is more of a temporary blip as opposed to a continued growth curve. We're concerned that at the end of the day, the wallet is being consumed more and more by the hospitality and travel and experience side of the industry, as opposed to the traditional owning of goods and things. Nonetheless, we are very confident that the primal activity of hunting, not the physical, gun thing, but the hunt for the new product, the hunt for the best discount is really important and will remain a critical activity going forward. To the retailers and brands, think about the hunt and think about whether your product and consumer experience is really noteworthy and worthy of a hunt. We are, however, seeing that there is, again, a tale of two cities even in financial reporting, as we see that the standard staple world is starting to degrade. Net sales at General Mills dropped by 10% and operating profits by 18%, whereas Lululemon continues to grow dynamically, leveraging wellness, athleisure, and the overall wellness of the person, with net revenues growing dynamically as well as DTC revenue. And we think this is only a portent of the future. And why do we feel this way? Well, we have a lot of stuff, and we don't really need more of it. And consumers are becoming more and more aware that they have too much stuff. On the same token, they're also seeing that what they own is causing massive amounts of climate issues. And so as the apparel industry is grappling with this issue, the consumer, meanwhile, is investing their time and energies in alternative approaches. They are, in particular, rental and resale, which we are seeing continue to grow dramatically, where sustainability, a try before you buy mentality, and variety allow the consumer to use rather than own. Now, when we look at the store, we see massive changes coming down the pike, some of it already kind of being led by some recent announcements, but we've been predicting this for some time, that the store becomes smaller. It becomes a showroom. Truly, we'll have our warehouse stores, the Costco's and such, but many of the brands will be much smaller in size and provide more of a showrooming capability on the front end, and on the back end, provide logistics services like ship from store and return from store, leveraging hubs like Fillogic, but also that they will see the capabilities brought to them of cleaning and reconditioning inside the store as technologies continue to evolve and miniaturize. We're very excited about the future of the store as a hub, but not in the traditional format. And channels continue to emerge and surprise us. There's no surprise any longer at TikTok and gaming, but they will continue to demand more and more consumer time and attention and wallet. We're a little bit less aggressive on the AR, VR worlds because of the amount of friction that consumers must go through in order to participate in those experiences. But in the next 10 years, absolutely. The question is, who will be in business at that time to participate in that? And last but not least, we see the department store changing dramatically and continuing to change as marketplaces grow exponentially. Over 350% growth in GMV over the last 6 years. And marketplaces now span not just product, but services, rentals, platforms, and all other forms of capabilities. And with that, I'd like to take this back to Kelly to continue our presentation. Kelly?
Now let's dive into our investment themes and introduce the newest startups in the XRC family. We've grouped the Cohort 11 startups into 4 tracks: consumer brands, sustainability, marketplaces and next-gen commerce, and lastly, consumerization of healthcare. We'll start first with consumer brands. In today's world, consumers are inundated with new brands every single day. In order for a brand to stand out, it needs to offer products that are differentiated and personalized to cater to each customer's unique needs and lifestyles. Consumers also want brands that have values that match their own. Our next 3 startups touch on all of these points. Avec, Bauble House, and Mixed enable consumers to drink, dress, and care for their skin by harnessing flavors, materials, and ingredients in a way that's better for consumers and better for the environment. I'll hand it over to Dee at Avec to kick us off.
Hi, my name is Dee Charlemagne, and I'm one of the co-founders of Avec. Avec is a line of premium, better-for-you mixers. We are reimagining what you mix with your spirit and are on a mission to help you drink better. But meet Dana. She no longer expects a compromise when it comes between health and taste. Plant-based is great, milk can be dairy-free, and even tasty ice cream can be healthy. Yet, when it comes to what to mix with our alcohol, not much has changed. Mixers really suck. If Dana wants less sugar, she'll get a vodka soda, but it's pretty tasteless. If she wants something tasty and she goes for a soda, a juice, or a traditional cocktail mixer, it's tasty, but it's full of sugar. So we thought it was time to reimagine the mixer category with something better tasting, better for you, and more sustainable. At Avec, we make mixers you can actually be excited about. So instead of that tasteless vodka soda, have a vodka Avec Yuzu Lime. Or how about you try our jalapeno and blood orange? Each one of our flavors are old favorites reimagined with a globally inspired, eclectic twist. No matter what Avec mixer you decide on for your next drink, all of them are under 4 grams of sugar, under 20 calories, made with fresh juice, and give your drink a dramatically elevated taste. No more fake sour margarita mix and artificially flavored drinks full of sugar and dye. And since launching last summer, we've achieved $450K in revenue. Our current monthly revenue is $50,000, and we have an LTV to CAC ratio of 3-to-1, all on a shoestring budget. 75% of our sales happen online via our national direct consumer platform, and as that continues to grow, so are other channels. Because mixers are uniquely positioned in the marketplace to make connections and build community, we started with the customer rather than the industry. We're focusing on the at-home occasion, starting with a DTC channel that delivers not only a shop, but an experience. We're growing a community online through creating interesting content and relevant conversations. In real life, at retail, we're at specialty stores and liquor stores where customers are discovering new things. And while out, we're really focused on hotels, clubs, and events where the customer is leading the discovery and it's not such a bartender's game. Because Avec is a brand that is loved by the modern drinker. We're progressive, culturally relevant, and truly omni-channel. Our team's creative and we're scrappy. We built a 6 feet apart bar to avoid letting the pandemic hold us back during our launch. I met my co-founder, Alex Doman, in business school. He's a former strategy consultant who has just as much hustle as he does intelligence. And as a kid, his mom used to call him Chef Truffles, so his love for this category really runs deep. And at $5 billion, the category of mixers is worth paying attention to. There's a 22% growth in premium mixers alone. and both the customer and the industry have given Avec excellent reviews. We were written up in Food and Wine as well as the New York Times. And because of our positioning as a younger, fresher brand, partners have really been waiting for us. Today, we're soon closing our pre-seed round and we'll continue to focus on winning with the drinker. We're excited to introduce same-day delivery in New York, just as the world, after 18 months, figures out how to mix again. So the world of better-for-you drinking is exploding, and Avec is growing quickly to become the top options for mixers. We don't just bring the best flavors together, we bring people together. So if that sounds like a great mix to you, let's talk. Cheers and thank you.
My name is Ophelia Chin, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bobble House, the sustainable genderless streetwear brand built by and for Gen Z. We get it, sustainability and inclusivity are non-negotiables, but that's the bare minimum. Yet when we're trying to find clothes that speak to our needs for sustainability and fluid self-expression, our only option are either cookie-cutter eco-friendly styles or wasteful fashion-forward trends. Bobble House was created to challenge an industry that forces customers to decide between sustainability and personality. Our genderless streetwear allow us to push the boundaries society has imposed on fashion and reject the precedent that being fashionable demands being wasteful. 65% of Gen Zers already shop outside of their designated gender category. Bobble House's bold design satisfy our community's needs for atypical, fun aesthetic and functional outfits. They come to Bobble House for the style they can't get at Everlane and the conscious consumption Shein can never claim. We challenge the industry by only using leftover fabric, and the majority is made from tencel, which is 100% compostable in 8 weeks. Our production cycle standard is 4 weeks with no minimum order quantity compared to industry average of 6 months. We created Bobble House to be that community. We bridge East and West by bringing together global Gen Z perspectives on fashion, music, art, design, and technology. We have gathered more than 20 Asian creative contributors to share their voices. They span across more than 3 continents, from London to Amsterdam, from Jakarta to New York. By offering limited edition exclusive designs through collaboration with our customer to our sticky community, Bobble House is working towards a zero inventory model, securing 30 to 50% of sales during pre-order period. People love our community and our product, and it shows. Our return rate is less than 2% compared to industry average of 20%. Each month, we have over 10,000 visitors from all over the world come to visit our site. We've also seen some great press recently, and one of our exclusive collaborations with Audrey Nuna, the 21-year-old Korean-American female rapper named one of the top emerging musicians to watch, was featured in Hypebae magazine, which generated 1.8 million impressions. Our community is following us everywhere, online and offline, even during the pandemic. Our first pop-up was 12 days in September last year, which Glossy magazine featured as a month-old brand that is tackling physical retail. We also did a collaboration with TikTok for API Heritage Month. Bobble House will be the destination for Gen Zers to shop sustainable streetwear, to consume content, and to collaborate with exclusive designs. Later this year, we'll be expanding into underwear category with genderless boxers, but sustainable genderless streetwear is just the beginning of a lifestyle universe that will engage our community through several touchpoints. With our new website launch in the fall, we'll be including live streaming, launching the beginning of our user-generated content platform, and soon launching integrated gaming into our online shopping experience. Gen Z is shaping the future of sustainable fashion. Having 40% of total consumer power, the US streetwear market is $40 billion, and within that, Gen Z represents 75%, and we cannot find one brand led by Asian American women. Before Bobble House, I worked in luxury fashion PR at Mulberry, merchandising, buying and planning at Bloomingdale's. Abby, co-founder and designer of Bobble House, is a multimedia designer and extreme sport enthusiast from Colorado. Previously, she designed for Coach, Champion, and Kith. We also have 3 amazing advisors, Mark Benetes from Global Brands Group, Siki Mo from Hello Ava, and Tina He from Hayes Capital. Today, we're excited to announce our summer pop-up store in LES, along with a new collection launch at 138 Ludlow Street. Bobble House is the brand built by and for the future. In the coming years, we will expand our communities and channels across the sea. For any angels in the audience who are interested in joining our house, check out bobblehouse.com or scan the QR code on screen and sign up to be the first to learn more about our next exclusive collaboration. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Davies, co-founder and CEO of Mixed. Mixed is a skincare personalization platform that puts you in control of your skincare routine by giving you the tools to find the exact skincare product you want or need. Shopping for skincare can be a frustrating experience. Here's Taylor, a typical skincare shopper. Taylor's on a never-ending quest to find skincare that works for her. But when she shops, she has too many options and too little guidance, and as a result, she often ends up buying products that just aren't right for her skin. And even when Taylor finds what she's been looking for, it's often overpacked with ingredients she doesn't need. Mixed ends this frustration by giving shoppers like Taylor the tools to create their perfect skincare routine. Mixed is a marketplace of user-created products and an on-demand platform where clean formulations are made with ingredients proven to work. Find it or create it, Mixed has what's best for your skin. Mixed gives consumers two ways to their best routine. Solution seekers need help with a specific skin problem, so Mixed creates a personalized solution on demand just for them, no skincare knowledge needed. The marketplace, on the other hand, is where makers flex their skincare expertise and make money by creating and sharing their mixes. Marketplace shoppers browse and buy based on trending topics. They use Mixed to build their perfect skin routine by buying marketplace products as is or by further customizing them to their own exact specifications. Once you've placed your order, your products are freshly mixed at our customization lab in LA and shipped directly to you. We've got great engagement with the brand. 24,000 people have made over 100,000 unique new products on the platform. And a new mix is made every few minutes on the site, every day around the clock. What we're doing at Mixed is creating a community of skincare users and giving them a platform to find, create, and share their way to beautiful skin. And we're putting our community in control of their skincare and ultimately their skin. Mixed is a powerful new business model operating in a huge and vibrant market. The domestic direct-to-consumer skincare market is $6 billion and growing at over 20% per year. Our target consumer is 18 to 40 years old and spends over $500 a year in the category. Mixed is the fifth brand I've brought to market, and my career spans over 20 years in all aspects of skincare, cosmetics, and other personal care categories. My co-founder is Nick Collier. Nick is a highly skilled creative and an experienced brand marketer whose work powers brands like Nike, Dropbox, Snapchat, and Glow. Remember those 100,000 products I mentioned earlier? We're launching the marketplace with the very best of these when the marketplace goes live in August. The marketplace will showcase these amazing products, makers, and the full potential of Mixed to be the first and only platform purpose-built by and for a community of skincare users. The best of the best is waiting for you at Mixed. Use the QR code to sign up and get a great deal on your new favorite skincare. Finally, beauty marketers, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you, and we're hiring. And everybody, take control of your skincare. Go to Mixed and find or create the right products for you.
Hello, my name is John Bucheri, and I'm a director here at XRC Labs, helping manage our growing portfolio of startups in our Opportunity Fund. Our next group of startups highlight our sustainability track. At XRC, we believe many of the most innovative and disruptive businesses are those with sustainability at their core. Supporting consumers who put sustainability at the head of their decision-making is not only good business practice, but it's good for the planet as well. For this demo day, we have 2 sustainability-focused startups that I'm really excited to share with you. First, Joy Mode, driving the future of rental between brands and consumers, and Pristine, a non-toxic portable dry cleaning solution that's revolutionizing traditional models. Now please join me in re-welcoming Al Sambar and Joy Mode.
Hi there, I'm Al Sambar, General Partner at XRC Labs. For the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to Joy Mode. Joy Mode was a rental marketplace which XRC Labs acquired at the end of 2020. And I'm currently its interim CEO as we pivot the business from being a rental marketplace to a rental platform as a service model that any retailer or brand can use to enable their rental channel. Why do we think this is important? Well, today, consumerism, as we all have enjoyed it over decades and centuries of commerce, is unsustainable. The modern US consumer doesn't want it, can't afford it, and it's bad for our planet. So we need to change. What's our goal? Our grand goal is to make rental as an option as ubiquitous as commerce is. We believe in any channel, be it digital or physical, anywhere where a consumer feels the opportunity, has the opportunity to buy something, they should also have the opportunity to rent it on a short interval. So how do we make this a win for the customers? Customers already see it as a win. We already see it. Joy Mode operated for 3 years before we acquired them. We already know customers are passionate and loyal, and once they get rental in a category, once they figure out that it is available, they think it's dumb to do anything else. We call it the rental lifestyle. Take this example from Rent the Runway. A consumer that feels it's important for them to be dressed in on-style fashion, continuously changing. For less than $2,400 a year, they get access to $115,000 worth of goods in that same year period. It is a fundamental, in rental in almost any category, is a 30 to 50x return on investment for the consumer that values enjoyment and use over ownership. So how do we make this win for the brand? Any brand out there that's listening to this, there's, how do you pick which categories work for this? Essentially, it's almost any category where your quality of goods is really high, that the goods are made durable and of enough quality that it can be cleaned and put back to use. And what you really need in order to do that then is the tools and platform and cleaning and repair solutions that allow those to be inexpensively cleaned and put back out there for the next customer, and we supply that. So how does it work for the customer? Simple. Find what you want, pick where you want to pick it up and return it, rent it and enjoy it. It's really simple. How does it work for a brand that wants to try it? Give me a call and get you turned on in about 2 weeks. So start as simple as turn it on one store, turn it on one of your DCs, turn on one of our DCs. We'll help you figure that out. But we basically allow you to dial up and down as many channels and product categories as you like, and we keep it very adjustable. There's no lock-in contracts. What's our unfair advantage? Well, frankly, it's XRC, and I'm a little biased, but Logic allowing us to deliver cheaper than Amazon all over the country. Recurate, allowing us to integrate directly to peer-to-peer e-commerce, so at end of life, consumers can buy this good directly through your own website. Pristine, allowing us to have a sustainable, non-dry cleaning alternative that we can put in the back end of your store to clean the goods before they go out for rental, allowing rent online, pick up in store. Returnity, that same handbag you saw at Rent the Runway that can allow circular delivery without consumable packaging. All of that came out of XRC and more. We've got to keep going on with other XRC, but that's a real significant strategic advantage of partnering with us, other than more traditional third-party logistics service providers out there that are really just trying to fill their warehouses. How do you get started? Pretty simple. Turn on a retail channel. Pick one of your channels. A lot of our clients start with just a single store. We turn it on and then help you expand into digital channels of our own marketplace and directly within your own retail digital channels. And if you want to see us today, stop by Open House, a store at Target in San Francisco, and you can see us renting headsets and VR gaming peripherals. If you're interested, find me at al@joymode.com. Thanks for your time.
My name is Narain Nakoti, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Pristine. Pristine allows busy people to always look and feel their best by providing them with a quick and cost-effective way to clean and de-wrinkle clothes anytime, anywhere. Let's meet George. He's a 25-year-old man living in a bustling city, and between work and play, his schedule's always packed. He's wearing clothes much faster than he can clean them, leaving him with a never-ending dirty pile. What frustrates him the most is that only about 20% of the clothes in his dirty pile are unwearably dirty, while the vast majority just need to be refreshed. Unfortunately, the only way he can clean these clothes today is by taking them to the laundromat or dry cleaner. These options are not only time-consuming and expensive, but also shorten the lifespan of his garments. What George really needs is a way to quickly refresh his clothes so that he can easily and confidently rewear what he wants, when he wants. Pristine is the solution that allows George to do just that. Our kiosk de-wrinkles, deodorizes, and disinfects clothes in just 10 minutes for $10 a month. Suddenly, George can now pick his favorite outfit from the pile that can be reworn after a quick refresh instead of being limited to the few clean clothes he doesn't like in his closet. This allows him to always dress his best for every occasion. He can use our 24/7 service by finding the closest kiosk in our app, which in this case happens to be in his apartment building, and then schedule a time. He puts in 3 garments and follows on-screen instructions to start the cleaning process. Once the process is finished, he receives a notification that his fresh clothes are ready for pickup. Our beta launch, with 5 offices in residential multi-family apartment buildings, has been incredibly successful. With an NPS score of 87, 70% 30-day retention, and 4.9 out of 5 customer satisfaction rating, our service has become the preferred clothing care option for 155 monthly active users, growing 30% month over month. We're already seeing an increase in kiosk usage due to people returning to the office and business travel resuming. Our customers today include influential real estate companies that collectively own thousands of properties in the United States. After completing more successful pilots, our goal is to expand throughout their portfolio and become a must-have amenity. Pristine gives real estate companies another way to enhance their residents' lifestyles while promoting sustainability. Our kiosks can extend the lifespan of garments, which will reduce their carbon emissions and water usage by 30%. But for Pristine, cleaning is just the start. With every cleaning, our intelligent software learns about the garments, brands, colors, and fabric types that exist in a person's closet and how frequently they are wearing them and cleaning them. Pristine visualizes this data for users so they can make smarter shopping decisions and give clothing retailers the ability to offer the correct incentives at the perfect time. Within the $65 billion global dry cleaning and laundry market, the online laundry services segment is expected to grow from $9 billion to $113 billion by 2027. This projection indicates that people want to spend for convenience. Pristine aims to capture this rapidly increasing demand by placing kiosks in convenient locations such as residential buildings, offices, hotels, laundromats, and gyms in the United States. This is a $4 billion annual revenue opportunity. Our team collectively has experience working across software, hardware, and business development at top companies. Before starting Pristine, I built out courier experience for Uber Eats. Rahul, our COO, was previously the founder of Coach Kim, where he led business development. And before that, he was a consultant at IBM. Vishva, our CTO, brings years of experience building airplane engines and managing supply chain at Pratt & Whitney. We're really excited to announce that we will be 7xing our footprint in New York City in the next 3 months. That will make Pristine New York City's fastest growing clothing care service. We believe a world with Pristine in it will significantly reduce the stress, time, and money required to look your best so you can focus on the more important things in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Narain and Al, for the great presentations. Hi, everyone. My name is Jermaine Lau, Director of Labs here at XRC. I work closely with our accelerator program founders and manage our startup ecosystem networks. As an active venture firm investing in the future of retail, we're naturally excited about the expanded growth in the industry's adaptation to new solutions and channels. The next 3 startups you will hear from ties to our investment theme in marketplaces and next-gen commerce. Creator Nova, a marketplace empowering diverse entrepreneurial influencers to launch their beauty brands. Catch, a data-driven SMS shopping platform for the modern woman. And finally, ESDL, a complete toolkit for the aspiring players, coaches, and casters to achieve their esports dreams. First, please welcome Mark Fleming, co-founder of Creator Nova.
Hi, I'm Mark, co-founder of Creator Nova, the marketplace empowering entrepreneurial influencers to launch beauty brands simply and swiftly. Let's meet Sonia. She creates content for her million Instagram followers, highlighting the beauty looks and trends she uses in her daily life. She wants to create a brand that is the embodiment of her beauty philosophy, and her followers are constantly bombarding her with product requests. In total, 70% of beauty followers purchase products recommended by an influencer. But between hundreds of manufacturers, excessive packaging options, thousands of shade and color iterations, myriad of warehouse and 3PL details, she does not know where to start or who to trust. This is not her expertise, nor is it especially interesting to her. Creator Nova is the seamless, simple, and swift way for Sonia to launch her brand confidently. We consolidate all the steps in the product creation process into one platform. Our marketplace offers guidance in selecting products and services at every stage. From niche formulators to curated manufacturers to e-commerce packaging and design experts, she can manage all of her trusted business partners in one location without sifting through thousands of websites and emails to find that critical contact. Our marketplace is the tool Sonia uses to manifest her dream into reality and turn loyal followers into customers. Sonia begins by pinning her thoughts on an inspiration board. Through Creator Nova's access to what's trending, she gains valuable insider knowledge and can discover new products or design her own in minutes. She is then matched with suppliers who meet her criteria so she can swiftly order product, packaging, and 3PL services through our marketplace. Finally, Sonia is ready to launch her new beauty line to her followers without stressing about back-end operations. We are beta testing our marketplace with a diverse group of influencers who are launching new products this fall. They enjoy full access to our platform and pay a 15% marketplace fee. From press-on nails to lip gloss to hair care, collectively, these brands have a reach of 1.4 million consumers. Our waitlist has grown to over 250 influencers and 600 suppliers. We have a tremendous opportunity to shape the future of the beauty industry. 86% of beauty followers want to buy influencer-created products. In the US, 48% of Gen Z is non-white, more diverse than any generation before. But this half of the market is still underserved. 70% of Asian and African American women feel that their beauty needs are not being met. We make it possible for diverse entrepreneurs to create products for their target audience. The creator economy is booming, with 2 million professional influencers and 500,000 in the United States. Our target market is the 24,000 beauty creators in the US who drive $3 billion in revenue. We are democratizing the beauty industry and putting innovation in the hands of consumers by empowering the creators they follow. Before Creator Nova, I worked at Alibaba, where I helped over 50 US startups enter the China market. I know intimately the pain that content creators feel when building consumer products. My co-founder James spent more than 10 years in the retail and beauty industry, launching new products and services at Amazon, The Gap, and Minted. Today, we are excited to announce that we are raising a $700,000 pre-seed round to continue the development of our marketplace and serve our growing pipeline of 250 entrepreneurial influencers who have a reach of 62 million consumers. Content creators can now build sustainable beauty brands while staying focused on creating the content they love. Creator Nova is the engine turning influencers into entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Nicole Phillips, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Catch, a next-gen shopping platform that meets young female consumers where they are and puts a personal stylist in her pocket. If you've ever shopped online and your browser looked like this, you are not alone. 72% of young consumers agree that online shopping is overwhelming, and I am one of them. One weekend when shopping online for an event, I spent 2 hours browsing website after website, and I couldn't find anything I loved. Out of desperation, I texted my friends who know my style for help, but they're busy too. And by the time they sent me suggestions, the products wouldn't arrive in time. I ended up not going and missing out. Now, if I had Catch, I would have 2 hours of my life back, have bought a cute outfit, and attended that event. Just like what my friends did for me, Catch shows you products that are a match to your personal style from 100 different brands. And the more you interact with the Apple Tap Back feature, the faster Catch learns what you're looking for. So we're getting rid of products you don't want to see, we're saving you time, and we're making it personal like you're shopping with a friend. But this isn't just another shopping app. In fact, there's no app at all, and there are no monthly boxes you need to pack up and send back. You take our style quiz, you give feedback with a tap right in the text conversation, and you click to shop a product. It's fun and interactive for the shopper, but we're using machine learning to take those simple taps to continuously learn your style over time. On average, nearly 70% of our thousands of users are interacting or clicking their recommendations, and 95% are coming back every month. On top of that, of the 250,000 recommendations we've made, we get 2.5 times more positive reactions than negative ones. But it's not just users who love us, brands love us too, and we've secured partnerships with over 100 of them. And they're using Catch to reach new shoppers and learn more about their products through our data. One tap gives us over 200 data points to help us learn your personal preferences, resulting in better recommendations. From demographic info to patterns, colors, fits, and even subjective classifications, all of our complex tags lead to an almost 2 times higher likelihood of purchase of a user's next batch of recommendations. And with this data, we can share unique analytics about a brand's products that they can't get themselves, thanks to our immediate feedback loop. For reference, other digital shopping services could take up to 4 weeks just to learn what a user thought about a single product. We're starting with text, but just as you tell us your style preferences and we apply them to inventory of our online brand partners, we hope to one day do that for brands' in-store inventory as well. Imagine joining Catch and interacting with products for a few weeks. Then you walk into Anthropologie downtown and scan your Catch QR code, and up pops 7 pieces in that store that match your style based on past data we have. Now, all of a sudden, your style preferences follow you wherever you go, and you really do have a personal stylist in your pocket. $270 billion is spent on clothing annually in the US, and e-commerce sales are growing at a 27% CAGR. We're targeting millennial female consumers who currently have $130 billion in spending power, and it's growing. And for those of you wondering, yes, we have plans to roll Catch out for men as well. Our team brings a decade of experience in retail and entrepreneurship. As a former attorney, I have a JD LLM in fashion law, and I've worked in the industry for years. My co-founder and COO, Raquel Phillips, is a Babson College 2-time grad and former founder. Ben Peleg, our chief data officer, is an engineer from Israel and attended Parsons to study fashion. And our fractional CMO, Nick Andrews, brings nearly 20 years of experience in performance and digital marketing and is a founder himself. I am so excited to announce that our interactive mobile website is now live. This is a first of its kind digital omni-channel shopping experience because every interaction you make through text is immediately reflected on your account on our website. Conveniently revisit all of your prior recommendations, and for more inspiration, you can now see what other Catch members are loving, all on your own time. We're gearing up for our next funding round, so if you're an investor, brand, or retailer, and you want to join us as we change the way consumers shop forever, please reach out. And if you're a consumer just tired of bouncing around from website to website, scan the QR code to get your personal stylist now. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brett McDonald. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Esports Development League, or ESDL. Esports is the word we use for playing video games competitively. It typically focuses on massive team-based games such as League of Legends, Fortnite, and others. This is Pierce. He loves playing League of Legends. He's one of hundreds of millions that watch the World Championships and dreams of being on stage, playing with a real team and competing against the best. However, despite playing for hours a day, entering online tournaments, and trying matchmaking services, Pierce is frustrated and burned out with his lack of progression. He wants to be a star gamer, but he's not getting anywhere. It's hard to find a consistent team, and if you do, one-off tournaments offer no meaningful progression. There's no training products focused on the competitive team-based game, and there's no expert to guide you on your path. Traditional sports such as basketball and soccer have well-established pipelines and generate billions of dollars yearly in training, competition, and talent management. But traditional sports services are fragmented because traditional sports require physical proximity and facilities. Esports do not require physical proximity or facilities, but esports has no established pipeline. ESDL is the esports pipeline. ESDL is the ultimate performance environment for aspiring players, coaches, and casters to achieve their esports goals: team building, consistent year-round competition, and player development. Pierce joined ESDL 12 months ago. He had a goal to go pro, but learned that he actually loves broadcasting other players' games, and he is now making meaningful progress in his casting career. To start in ESDL, select your sport and your goals. Our automated recruiting feature helps players find a team and get started on a competitive path. Each team receives a 7-week schedule, including playoffs, and similar to a general manager in traditional sports, ESDL helps manage team dynamics and player substitutes. Aspiring coaches and casters are assigned teams to coach and matches to broadcast. All users are able to create an individualized plan that includes training and guidance. Users love ESDL, and for the past 12 months, we've retained over 96% of users season to season. With over 50,000 users, we have a CAC of $1 and over 2 hours of daily engagement with the platform. Our free membership includes the core features of team building, scheduling, and promotion and relegation. ESDL's platform can be monetized in a number of ways, including paid memberships, microtransactions, cash tournaments, and merch sales. We recently launched V1 of paid memberships to better than projected adoption. What is currently a hodgepodge of fragmented products, training guides, tournaments, and team-finding websites spread across each specific esport, ESDL brings together into one pipeline. ESDL will support all relevant esports across the world to allow every esport athlete a fair, consistent, and clear competitive path. We will use our first mover advantage to scale quickly and capture the entire market. Dedicated esport athletes can spend more than 10 hours a day on training, and their numbers and their potential winnings are growing quickly. I co-founded ESDL with Matt and Joe, the owners of the global marketing agency Viral Nation. They have marketed in esports for years, including for companies such as Tencent and Ubisoft. I'm a serial founder, including of Vantage Sports, a traditional sports-focused analytics company that served major media companies, more than 50% of NBA teams, and superstars such as Steph Curry and Carmelo Anthony. The timing couldn't be better for ESDL. The maturation of professional esports across the globe, combined with the hundreds of millions of players watching these professionals, is spawning a new generation of aspiring e-athletes. ESDL can serve these users unlike any other alternative. We are raising our seed round to get to our first 1 million users. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Diana Melencio, and I'm a partner in XRC's Opportunity Fund. If you want to learn more about the Opportunity Fund, please come find me at the networking session at the end of this. So we view healthcare on a spectrum. On one side, you've got wellness, defined as self-care and meditation apps. And on the other side of the spectrum, you've got full-on healthcare with doctors, insurance, and the need for in-person treatments. It's really the middle part that we're most excited about. We define it as light medical, or the consumerization of healthcare. And that we think about this as 1, services that can be delivered remotely, 2, diagnosis versus cures, 3, no FDA approval. That means no invasive or subcutaneous procedures such as surgeries. And it's really this middle section that we view as a vast opportunity to reinvent the way care is delivered, which brings us to our next startup, MD Integrations.
Hello, my name is Dr. Mark Sirota, and I am the CEO and co-founder of MD Integrations. We are building the Shopify for telemedicine, a disruptive next-generation telehealth platform that connects brands and physicians asynchronously to deliver medical care remotely. I am a triple board certified physician licensed in 45 states. Laura, my co-founder, is a board certified physician and ran operations for Hims and Hers for 3 years. Together, we have over 14 years of telemedicine experience working as doctors for ZocDoc, Teladoc, Amwell, HealthTap, Hims and Hers, and others. Individual brands lack the funds, expertise, legal requirements, and time to build and manage a telemedicine solution in-house. They have the customers, but not the doctors or the technology. Enter MD Integrations, a white label asynchronous telehealth platform that seamlessly connects brands, pharmacies, and pharmaceutical companies and their customers with a board-certified physician to provide consultations and sell prescription medication online. Brands and their customers get fast, efficient, and high-quality medical care, while the physicians using our platform can generate 5 to 10 times the hourly rate versus toggling back and forth with unusable platforms or seeing patients in an office setting. Brands can integrate with our platform in as little as 2 weeks. Doctors can sign up in 1 day. Then within hours, the doctors can receive patients and process their diagnoses and prescription requests that are then sent and filled electronically by our partner pharmacies. Interest in MD Integration's telemedicine solution surpassed expectations right out of the gate. 16 consumer brands found us through word of mouth and signed on to use our platform before we even went live in June 2021. We currently have 12 vetted physicians, and we are going to scale that up according to supply and demand. We estimate gross annual recurring revenue from these partner brands to be $3.6 million in the first year. We are radically simplifying and reducing the cost for access to high quality care. We're paid $30 per patient consult with a gross margin of 60%. Meanwhile, doctors are flocking to our platform because they can make 5 to 10 times the hourly rate they could in a doctor's office. We are to the medical industry what Shopify and e-commerce was to the retail and consumer goods industry. A fast, efficient way to get a wide range of products that do not require a visit to the store. Live visits are a poor user experience for both patients and doctors. They're time-consuming and many times are unnecessary to diagnose and treat the problem. Currently, only 6 US states require a video or phone visit to interact with a patient, with a clear trend towards removing that barrier. MD Integrations is positioning itself to be the largest provider of asynchronous medical consults in the US for both primary care and specialty care. Demand for telemedicine has exploded in the past few years, and this is just the beginning. The US telehealth market is forecasted to grow at a 28% 5-year compound annual growth rate to $43 billion by 2026. Hims, a publicly traded telehealth company alone, claims an addressable market of $180 billion. Today, we are pleased to announce that the signing of over 16 brands, some of which are listed below as clients of our platform, ranging from primary care to men's health to specialty care, currently being serviced by board-certified primary care doctors, dermatologists, and allergists. We're currently raising a seed round. Please reach out for more information. MD Integrations will be the Shopify for telemedicine. Thank you.
Awesome. Congrats to all of our Cohort 11 companies. Before we get started with the networking portion of the event, I'd like to tell you all a little about XRC Elevate, something that I'm really passionate and proud of. The XRC team worked together to design and launch Elevate earlier this year. It's a fellowship program that aims to bring resources and tools, like our classes, mentors, and coaching from the growth team, to underestimated founders of color. We had so many amazing applicants, so we couldn't just pick one. Instead, we were thrilled to work with 3 founders in our inaugural class. Suzanne, the founder and CEO of Private Packs, Maurice, the co-founder of Tour Club, and Zulay, the founder of Village. They're each going to be giving short intros at our networking event, so you'll have a chance to meet them there. I'm really proud of the progress that they've made. Speaking of networking, we're going to be using a platform called Gatherly. Some of you might remember this from our last virtual demo day. It's basically a more fun, interactive way to mimic networking in a virtual setting. In just a moment, you'll receive a link to the networking session here in the Zoom chat box. Click on that link to join the networking session. A quick heads up that you're going to have to join using Google Chrome. Next, put your name into the information box. We suggest adding in your company name as well. So for example, I'll be Kelly with XRC in parentheses. Third, grant the platform access to your audio and video. And then that's pretty much it. You're in. This is a preview of the networking space. You can click within the space to virtually walk around, and all you have to do is click on a dot to join a conversation. You'll notice that we have a color coding system in place. The red dots are all of the XRC team members. If you have any questions about how to use the space, if you want to chat about XRC and learn more about our program, come find us. We're the red dots. The founders are going to be the green dots. They're going to be split across a couple of different floors. So their locations will be listed under event details. If there's a certain founder that you really want to talk to, just click on the details and check what floor they're on. Then all you have to do is hop on the elevator to go find them. Again, the founders are the green dots. Last but not least, we want you to get to know each other. There are a lot of awesome folks in our ecosystem. So click on the blue dots and just start talking to the other attendees and get to know each other. Again, it's kind of a new platform, so it's not going to be perfect, but it should be pretty intuitive and hopefully fun once you get the hang of it. So without further ado, here is the link to the Gatherly platform. We're going to give everyone just a few minutes to hop in, and I will see you there shortly. Thanks.